Welcome everybody back with the Amateur English Cast with me, your host, Alex VagueMan, and CountDarth. I don't know. I should let you introduce yourself. You could probably make yourself sound cooler. Hey guys, it's me, CountDarth. Alright,
so game 2 after a very convincing DFM win. What do you think we're going to see right away?
Right away, we're going to see standard bans. We're going to see Kennen, Thresh, Syndra, Galio, Gragas bans.
You don't think 7th Heaven's going to try and snipe out the Kog'Maw?
No, they're not going to snipe out the Kog'Maw. They're going to wreck it like... No, they're not going to snipe out the Kog'Maw. They're going to recognize what their mistakes are and then play better this time. At least I hope. Because if they don't do that, I'm going to be like so disappointed in them. Standard bans coming out so far.
Kennen, Thresh.
We see a like...
What do you think of the Thresh ban?
Thresh bans? I don't know. Has NA been doing that?
I don't think so. I think Thresh is...
I don't think like teams are
always
actually...
good, but hasn't been bannable for a while.
Yeah, because like we saw
I think
a lot
he's
of,
bannable if you have something in mind that you don't want to play into the Thresh.
Typically, yeah, there's only like the Thresh one tricks like Bunny Fufu that break out the Thresh, and that's like a really big priority for them, or Afro move. But with the fall of the caster the caster supports and the itemization, sort of gives way to a little bit more passive of a laning phase, so that poke champions are a little bit less powerful in the bottom lane, and what you really want is all in and CC, especially since the tank items complement Thresh very well towards the mid to late game. I think he might actually be a valid ban, but I actually haven't seen like a lot of Thresh bans like outside of Japan, I feel.
One day we'll see Leona.
No, we won't.
Oh. I like Leona.
I do like Leona.
So right away, Savage is getting Lee Sin this time.
Alright, since Savage Lee Sin, we did see Steel play him very cleanly, so this is probably just a denial pick rather than an actual comfort pick here.
And they're looking to pick up the Gragas as well, take that away from Taz.
Got some really good peel out of Detonation FocusMe. Oh, that's pretty funny. It was Detonation FocusMe, and they had a Kog'Maw composition because they wanted you to focus the Kog'Maw. Oh, we were baited the entire... Alright, so it's funny because when there's a Kog'Maw on the enemy team, you typically want to go and focus the Kog'Maw. But Detonation Gaming, it was all part of their plan because their name, Detonation FocusMe, baits them into actually focusing you while the rest of your team blasts you down.
Ah. Thank you for explaining it to me.
You're welcome. I have to explain to my best Bronzy. Get to see a little bit of a...
So that's a mean bottom lane coming out of
That is a scary bottom lane.
DFM. I almost want to see the Nami or something for Sinton.
I'm not sure Ahri really synergizes that well with Ashe, to be honest, because a lot of Ahri's strength comes from...
Nami?
Oh yeah, a lot of Nami's strength comes from giving her 80 carry slows on their auto attacks, but when Ashe already has some, that effect is like diminished somewhat, so that you don't get as much value out of it since Ashe already has slows on her. And they already have a lot of disruption. What they need now is reliable, or like more reliable damage out of the mid. You get bans coming out of here. Detonation Gaming ban out Lulu and Karma, trying to make things less comfortable for Brock. Apparently they recognized value in Karma, and they didn't want to protect their 80 carry. I think they're just trying to like abuse Rakinia just as much as possible. So they're just like, no, you don't get shields. We're going to poke you down. All right, so we're going to be seeing Sejuani maybe. Oh wait, no, that's a lock in. All right.
Yep. So that Galio mid, Sejuani top.
Yep. I trust Paz.
I doubt we'll ever see her jungle.
Yeah, we okay, so if Paz goes Dorns in the start and does well in lane, then I think we'll be able to say that that's like a lot better. Oh, so I said that we 7th Heaven needed to get reliable damage out here, and Orion is fairly good at putting out regular amounts of damage.
Oriana was also like the only option left, I feel. Syndra and LeBlanc already got banned out. If you want your mid lane to be doing a lot of damage, there aren't many more options in the meta right now.
Whoa. Okay. Forgot about the Misfortune support here coming out as a counter pick against... Wait, Fiora? Wait. This is actually crazy. Fiora top, Galio mid, jungle, Sejuani. God bless, dude. This is gonna be hypey. We get to see Paz popping off here.
I guess caster curse even applies to fucking
amateur casters.
The instant I say I don't think we're gonna be seeing Sejuani jungle, it gets locked in.
God bless. Really scary team comp over here by 7th Heaven. All of their ultimates are really big wombos coming in. Really feel like the only pure damage ultimate is coming out of the support, which is usually there for, well, bonus damage and the cleaver stacks. But really scary composition coming out of 7th Heaven if they're able to execute it properly so that they're even during the mid game when the team fights start to happen. Otherwise, I think if Detonation FocusMe play this with the same amount of methodicalness around their top and bottom lane, they should be able to strangle out 7th Heaven.
So I find it interesting that DFM locks in a very poke-heavy damaging bot lane, and 7th Heaven's response is to lock in, I would argue, an even more aggressive support.
Yeah. Okay, so actually...
So I'm curious to see how they're going to play this.
Actually, Misfortune is a counter pick to the Zyra, because the damage out of her love tap, I think it one-shots the plants from Zyra, and that's why she was picked a lot of the time. Both of these bottom lanes complement each other and combat each other in various ways. The Ashe ultimate into bullet time is going to be really massive for any one target, and since they're both fairly squishy bottom laners, they'll just be deleted by that.
No shields, no heals.
Yeah. But the bursted aggression by 7th Heaven's bottom lane is going to be combated by the onslaught of damage pokes and bricks. God, my voice is dying, dude. You hear this?
Gonna have to build endurance.
BB.
And also drink a lot of water.
Ooh, BB. You wanna help me build endurance? 5-star defense comes out by Detonation Gaming. Ward in the top bush keeps Satori from face-checking a Fiora. Probably a good thing. But he's going to be going to walk in to try and get a deep ward here so that he can spot them out. Trying to find out if they're going to be starting on the blue buff or if they're going to be starting on the smaller camp here. Starts on the blue buff. Pretty standard. Not going to get a leash, actually.
Where do you think the focus will be early game?
Early game, I think it's going to be in the top lane, because bottom lane is going to be like a scrap fest, but top lane is also going to be like an even bigger scrap fest, I feel like. Bottom lane is going to like have the safety of being ranged to like stutter out their aggression. Top lane is just going to be like bashing heads against each other the entire time.
Also, what do you think about the Sejuani jungle? We don't see all that often. I feel like, even with the rework, one of Sejuani's biggest weaknesses is her clears. Especially compared to the other more aggressive junglers we see in pro play these days.
I would honestly rather play Galio jungle than Sejuani jungle. Like, I hate her so much. She just feels so clunky to use in the jungle beforehand. She doesn't feel all that much different now. She still, like, she was, like, pretty okay when she was busted and she could, like, clear the jungle with full HP. But now, since that's been nerfed, I'm not really confident about that. Also, I'd like to point out that DFM have double melee laners, so they're really going to get a lot of value out of Sejuani's passive. So when Galio does go in for the fights, he likes to weave in auto attacks, and Fiora also does like to, you know, auto attack things with her Q, and I think apply passive proc
On
to that.
occasion.
Yeah. On occasion,
Yes,
yes,
Fiora has been known to auto attack people.
typically, you only see the one-shot AP builds where she procs W on you. Standard Galio things. Very interesting here to see that Seros isn't going Dorn's Ring, but he goes with Corruption Potion. I'm not 100% sure that's what you want to be doing as Galio.
Especially since Doran's Ring is so
Yeah,
strong right now.
this is the patch where Dorn's Ring is strong. This
I mean,
is
it's
where
still
it's
strong,
busted.
but
Then again, it was like the beginning of this. I don't know. Top lane's probably going to be easier to gank for, just because there's less CC abilities to be wary of. If anything, 7th Heaven is going to be a disadvantage when it comes to CC, but they'll be up when it comes to damage.
Savage is sitting mid lane. I don't know if he's going
Shit.
for a gank or a counter.
Able to dash out with a Justice Punch. Doesn't get denied by Brock.
I don't see much sense in putting a lot of focus mid lane.
Yeah.
Like, that lane's gonna play out how it's gonna play out no matter what.
Yeah, Galio's just going to wave clear. It's an Orianna. Orianna's just going to wave clear. One of them's going to be unkillable. One of them can't kill anybody. Or one of them's going to kill everybody. Comes back into mid lane to try and force some aggression out here. Probably force Brock back into lane so that he can abuse the TP-less
Double
mid
Dark
lane.
Seal buy.
What the fuck?
This is...
This is not... Okay. These are singed strats, boys.
At this point, I'm hoping for the full AP Galio.
I'd be down. I'd be down to see a full AP Galio. I'd be down to see a Roa Galio. Fuck. Very strange.
We need more
Taking-
Cho'Gath than LCS.
Problem is that like Cho'Gath is so dependent on other people's CC, because while he does have strong CC, it's like follow-up CC. He needs like a Gragas or a
You
Zarya
don't
or
need
something.
you don't need CC when you can just one-shot people. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Death
Oh,
is the best
shit.
CC.
Arrow comes out here, but it doesn't actually catch him out. CC lands, lots of damage. Able to get the stun here. And Yutapon is able to get the kill. So that's what I was saying about earlier, is that the CC-less bottom lane from 7th Heaven, especially pre-6, is going to leave them at a very big disadvantage against this heavy CC bottom lane from Detonation Gaming.
And unless I was mistaken, Steel did get spotted
No, I
not
don't think so.
that long ago.
Oh, yeah, he did get spotted
Hovering around bot side. So
yeah, he was...
the fact that vision control in 7th Heaven's red side jungle is completely dominated by DFM is very unfortunate for their bot lane.
Korean move from Detonation Gaming, setting up all the vision. I think it was a little bit of a mistake there. Like, even though they threw out the hawk shot to try and recognize that, I think it was just a little bit too late to try and spot him out. It's just like, oh, Sejuani's probably backing now. Just kidding, Sejuani is right here. Okay, cool. So this is patch 710. They finally show us. So I guess the potion healing from Dark Seal stacks with each other because it's not unique.
Right.
So if you want to stay healthy, then you can go with Corruption Potion double, what is that item again?
Dark Seal.
Yeah, double Dark Seal. You could go Corruption Potion, double Dark Seal, and you'll have a lot of healing. But if you're having mana problems, then you would go with you'd go with the other option, the Triple Dorn's Ring. And it's not like the Corruption Ring doesn't give you mana. It gives you mana. Looking for an aggressive play out here. Kick comes out of
Flash
Savage.
kick.
Really good insect to get him in here. Flash so that he can't actually escape.
So we do have a response from the gank last time, and glad we're not seeing Savage be invisible
Literally,
this
yeah.
time around.
Bug with Rengar, his ultimate is on the entire game and he can't auto-attack anything. I kind of want to take a peek up towards top lane, see what people are going to buy. Oh, cool! Just Torrent tripled. Oh, wait. Fighting in the bottom lane, Fitton gets knocked out by the tower shot and the Q. That's a really... Starting to think that Seventh Heaven's bottom lane is shit.
Yeah, they do ult and burn a flash.
Then he dies
On the part of
anyways.
Ashe, but it doesn't. But that's the only thing Seventh Heaven are able to get out of that.
So things look to be quickly spiraling out of control for Seventh Heaven here in terms of tempo, but in terms of gold and tower pressure, they're actually fairly even right now. Only 300 gold down. That's like a first blood.
At least it's not Kog'Maw this time.
I suppose. Probably going to be
only Varus who does no damage.
Yeah, it's on hit
Fine.
Varus. Interesting choice by Ceros to go with Ninja Tabby instead of... oh, actually no. Or Ninja Tabby for lane. Wait, what the fuck is he doing? Holy shit, Ceros, you're actually trolling here. Savage is able to get the taunt in. Almost gets knocked up by the shockwave. But he's probably going to be able to escape here with DFM being nearby that he can heroic entrance away from.
Ceros makes a horribly, like, way too forward move, but doesn't get punished for it.
Well, he does get punished for it. Oh, what do you call it when Galio has to use his ultimate to escape?
What was it?
Heroic exit.
Okay. But like on the Ninja Tabby, it actually makes sense because there isn't a lot of CC on the part of Seventh Heaven that tenacity actually helps with.
True, true.
Like the only thing it would actually help with is the arrow from Ashe.
Yeah, you're right. And I suppose having triple AD characters is going to be a major factor in that. Oh, Vivid is actually able to dodge out.
Arrow whiffs. This should be free.
Oh god, wait, no, they should have. All right. Vivid actually goes down. TP comes in.
DFM.
Fitton drops. Now Brock has to flash over the wall to actually stay alive, but now Rakania also dies on the tail side. Wait, Pez is going to dive. Wait, they can just strangle him out. They'll just push in, and now he's dead. There's 4 people here.
And now they got the slow death.
He's just like, I accept my fate.
It's like you're stranded out in the ocean, and you see the shark fins, and you can't actually do anything about it but sit there and wait for them to eat you.
I feel like I just bite my tongue in that case. It's just like, no, thank you. Bye. I don't want to find out what being eaten by a shark feels like.
Well, unfortunately, there's no suicide button in League of Legends.
Why can't I have console command /suicide? And I can only use it when out of combat for 30 seconds. Dragon's gonna be picked up by DFM. Unless somehow Fitton is able to... Nope. Alright, not gonna happen at all.
Everybody gets a boner for Mountain and Infernal Drakes. Ocean Dragon's actually my favorite one.
Ocean Dragon
because I like regen. I like not having to recall just to replenish my resources.
It is a really good thing. I feel like they should have been able to kill the Zyra a lot sooner than he actually did die. Even with the missed arrow, he should have been, like, he should have died a little bit sooner. But they actually misplayed enough times that they just lose a lot of things instead. Seventh Heaven's gonna try and scavenge back some tower pressure by taking a Rift Herald. Slowly but surely, but Seal's gonna be browsing around here. But Dual Lane comes up to try and assist their jungler. This means Savage is gonna have to avoid this now, since he's completely zoned off. Wait a second, something's happening here, guys. Up, gets stunned up, dodges out the corruption of Chainsians.
And Steel says thanks for the leash.
Oh lord. That's sad. Wait, but they're actually stuttering it a lot. Smite comes out by Savage.
Upon arrow, they get the wombo,
ooh,
kind of.
Heroic exit. And he's able to get a return kill onto Brock. Really good trade there by Ceros, but I don't think he's got flash to actually escape here. So now it's just going to be a slow death. Gonna try and survive a little bit further, but he's just going to drop regardless. Really interesting fight there I'd like to see a replay. Hopefully, the spectators will like give us that. It's really.
I like the idea of going for the Herald to try and get pressure, but once the enemy team started showing up, there was no reason to stick around. And we're gonna pause.
Yeah, we're gonna get a pause.
We're never gonna know what this is for because we can't understand the casters. But
yeah, well, I don't care. So I actually want to use this opportunity to talk a little bit about some other things that happened there. Is that the Rift Herald buff was stolen by Savage because they chose to try and focus down the jungler instead of focusing down the objective. I feel like if they focused down the objective, they would have been able to get the Rift Herald for free. I don't actually know if he had Smite timer up for it, but I think it was a misplay to try and focus down the jungler instead of going for the objective, because that allowed them to get that. And who's 7th Heaven's top laner again?
not Paz.
Yeah, not Paz. So Gragas was able to actually pick up the Rift Herald buff after everything was said and done. That was actually like a position, like a macro misplay by 7th Heaven. Having Lee Sin start on the jungle, start on the camp, it's fine. Starting the camp when there are 2 enemies in the top side, less fine. Staying on Rift Herald when your assistance, when your duo lane is being zoned out by the enemy, by 2 enemy champions, less fine. So like things get progressively worse and worse for 7th Heaven for this opportunity play, because they got zoned out completely by Sejuani. And then like it didn't even matter in the end because like it got stolen away.
Meanwhile, 7th Heaven continues to look like the dog in the burning house. This is fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, fast forward through this pause.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say. We can skip ahead. Ooh, I'm getting frame rate dips.
Alright, we're back then.
God bless. Gold lead is about 2.5k in favor of Detonation Gaming, with bottom tower taken out, but no towers taken by 7th Heaven. They do have Rift Herald, so they might be able to put a bit of pressure somewhere else on the map. How much HP does that top tower have? He could have one-shot the tower if he wanted that for free, but decides to use the empowered recall instead.
Might have a plan to use it on one of the more vital lanes.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess I want to just like continue to play outlaning phase in top lane. This is all my CS. The 80 carry, useless. Mine. Bye. Since the bottom tower has dropped, they're going to be moving Utapon and Vivid into the top lane to try and contest that top tower. But now they're going to be sending people mid lane, recognizing this may be a fight here.
So we have a 2,000 gold lead, bordering on 3,000 for DFM. What is 7th Heaven's game plan from here?
7th Heaven's game plan, they could try and abuse their massive engage onto DFM while they have somebody who is split pushing, because what can you really do as a team if you get hit by an Ash arrow from a half map away when your Fiora is a full map away? You can't just not fight. You have to like dodge the arrow completely or disengage well. Otherwise, they're just going to be whittled out of their lanes and their towers like this. I feel like 7th Heaven have like enough tools in their belt to actually start fights.
Big problem, the actual biggest problem, ignoring the 4-1 Varus that I see for 7th Heaven, is that who do they send to deal with the split pushing Fiora? Because right now Gragas is at a disadvantage, and that's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
I mean, oh, arrow comes out, tries to snatch Vivid, but is actually unable to get him. And he just backs off for free. So, if we look at the health of top lane towers as a metric for how Gragas is doing against Fiora, Gragas is actually doing well enough to keep towers alive. Thing is, though, is that Gragas can't fight Fiora he can just keep the towers alive by keeping the minions off of them. And he has like just enough like damage to like be a threat to Fiora. Like barely a threat. And by barely a threat I mean like hey, please stop hitting me. Wait, what is this? What? You're trolling. Alright, found it. Worst use of Rift Herald 2017. So I guess Satori now wants to just go somewhere else.
Did he really not have a time to walk mid lane?
I suppose not. Alright, Cleanse comes out of Brock. So I guess that's actually what happened, is that he was forced to use it because of the timer. Oh, Shockwave is able to get Utapon.
The edge of the Shockwave.
Doesn't actually matter because they don't have enough damage to focus on it.
Well, okay, so but if that was the case, then that was still a mistake.
It's so shitty.
Give it to Satori to begin with.
And
like, you know, his job is going to be sitting in the side lanes to push against Fiora. Why give him this? He's not going to be making any progress on that.
Yeah.
Savage should have gotten that, or
at the very least, like, if you're going to give it to Satori, when he was recalling in the top lane, just pop it onto that tower. Look at that tower; it's so low. Just one auto
tower would be down.
It would have been down, and now instead of that, he's just like, "Oh, I'll just use it later." Oh, wait a second, I can't use it later because now I'm losing my base. Look at me, I'm retarded. I'm a stupid, ugly Jap.
Wow.
I'm cutting that out.
Yeah, probably good.
I'm not.
But don't cut it out, don't edit out my reaction though.
No. Fucking top heavy ass junglers because of their big and front teeth. God.
Right, games.
Please, guys, hit me up here. Please leave VagueMan in the dust. I do not.
This
condone.
is not a package deal. In terms of acquiring casters.
This is. Feel like Paz MVP, TBH, pressuring out Satori completely. Syros is pretty just standard in mid lane. Jungle, okay. I'd like to point out the 006 Sejuani jungle. Oh, cool. All in by Savage is almost actually able to 100 to 0 Vivid, but all in goes into Ricania. Kick comes out, but now Savage is getting taunted and CC'd so that he stays in one spot. Edge of the
actually grabs her.
Double taunt. Melees to go and stun everybody up. Bullet time drops! Anyway. Oh my god! The damage there. 7th Heaven is actually just going to get a whole lot from this. If they can actually chase him down. Trying to turn around on it. Body slam comes out. Not actually able to get this. And 7th Heaven is able to get a 5 for 1.
What started out as such a good fight for DFM turns into a 5 for 1 in 7th Heaven's favor. And they're going to be able to get at least tier 2 towers from this in mid lane. And the which dragon is that? I can't tell. But
I don't know. We'll find out.
And the dragon, and they're going to be able to probably rotate top and set up vision in their in DFM's red side.
The gold actually is still in favor of DFM, but the fact that they were able to play that from so far behind is actually rather telling to like how things will probably play out further or play out from now on. So let's watch a recall here. Pick out onto Ricania actually isn't able to delete him. They overextend for him and the Lee Sin tries to peel for Ricania. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on the bottom side. Clipped by the ultimate.
Completely wasted.
And Gragas is able to knock in Zero so that he has to dive double turrets. Meanwhile, the bullet time and the shockwave actually deal a lot
kills them both.
God.
Or leads to them dying, at least.
Yeah, shockwave gets the back line. Meanwhile, the bullet time gets the front line. Meanwhile, here it's just the ghosting Orianna that is going to chase them down and gun them like the degenerates that they are, the skullfucks. Alright. What else?
Yeah, Grand Challenge was popped onto Misfortune, and Paz was not able to get a single hit. If there was a scenario that had to play out... Oh, jeez.
I'm lagging.
Me too.
Feels bad, man.
Is it fixed?
I think so. Should be good.
Yeah, if something had to happen to get Seventh Heaven back into this game, that was probably it.
Yep. The fact that they were able to like play that so well from behind, that the next fight should be a lot easier for Seventh Heaven. They're back in this game now. Now it's no longer going to be a long and painful struggle. Now they can actually fight back a little bit. That last fight proved it. Now we're going to see that DFM looks to try and strangle them out of mid tower, but the problem is that they actually have to play a little bit scared here. Kaz goes in on Thinton, tries to 100-0 him, is able to riposte nothing, I think. And Sirus gets kicked back. Good lord, I'm lagging like fuck. They're not actually going to be able to get this mid tower immediately, but they'll be able to get it soon. Blue buff on Orianna is going to mean that it's going to be a while, but Fiora pushing up at the bottom lane means that they're on a timer. Gragas is still fairly strong though, like, make no mistake. Look at how he one-shot those caster minions.
Hey, pause the recording.
Alright, 1 second.
Still recording, right?
Yep, it's going.
Alright, hopefully... Nice.
Sorry.
Hopefully technical issues have been fixed.
Yay.
If not, we might have to come up with a different way to do this.
Alright. When we left off, our heroes were sieging mid tower. Seventh Heaven were able to defend it for a little while. Oh, cool.
Arrow finds them, bullet time comes out, shockwave whiffs.
Wait, that bullet time was actually useless. I feel like the bullet time needed to come out a lot sooner if they were going to do an Ashe bullet time combo. Like the layering of those.
Yeah, like the shockwave would have had to come out more sooner.
Yep. So
Triforce Fiora.
Ooh,
Okay. Let's go.
Wait, why?
I like it.
I mean, I guess there are 4. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's good. Lots of damage. You'll be dealing less damage to the Gragas, I suppose, maybe.
I mean, she still does percent HP true damage. Like, in all actuality, though, Gragas is the only main tank on their team. So, the armor shred from Cleaver might not actually be as valuable as it normally is.
He's stacking triple armor items, though, right now. And
true.
Like,
but then again, like, does Paz need to kill Gragas?
He wants to be able to split push against Satori. And Satori, I think, is now strong enough to actually just, like, bump uglies with Fiora to keep him from split pushing. Now he can, like, actually walk up into lane instead of just catching waves down. Ashro is able to hit Steel, but
nothing's
the passive
gonna come from it, though.
Absolutely nothing. Well, he was not the primary target here.
Yes, kick the Sejuani into your team.
XD. Please don't. Good use of the blasting cone there by Paz. It's called the denial strat. So DFM's siege mid strategy would have worked if they were more ahead or was able to shut down a little bit more damage on the side of 7th Heaven. Problem is that since they're able to defend, they have to go and find other methods of cracking into 7th Heaven's base, and that's why they've got the split pushing Galio and Fiora.
Yeah, and since they are keeping Galio in the side lane, it actually is going to be very hard for them to compete with Orianna's wave clear.
Oh yeah, you're right, but like, oh, fight goes in,
Kick
Grand Entrance comes in, but now Lee Sin is isolated and they're able to go and engage.
But they have Galio, so they're going to be a team long before
Orianna's
going to be a team.
It's like, oh guys, Orianna, like, we can't split push against the Orianna. It's like, how about we just take all your split pushers and then we just dive you. Now they turn over onto Baron, recognizing that they don't have a jungler anymore, and we are fairly tanky and deal a lot of damage. Maybe looking for an extra pick here, trying to take a blue buff, but Rock's able to take that.
And on top of that, it is also a double TP comp on DFM. It's gonna be rough for 7th Heaven to try and answer any of the split pushing, since DFM can just collapse onto mid lane so fast.
They're not actually able to get priority onto Dragon, but they're able to get a little bit of vision to set it up.
Much lower dragon count this game.
Yep. Well, it's because it's Ocean Dragon. Nobody really cares that much about Ocean Dragon. They'll care about Fire Dragon.
I care. I like Ocean Dragon. And if you're a split pusher, you should like Ocean Dragon too.
No, just be Trundle and have Ravenous Hydra.
I mean, I like being Trundle anyway. But now think of Trundle with Ocean Dragon.
It's redundant.
No.
Yeah.
It's empowering.
Not really that much more empowering unless you had like... I'd rather have Mountain Dragon on him! You've already got Iceborne Gauntlet and Ravenous Hydra. Like, you're already healing and you've got a fuck ton of mana. What else do you want? You want more, you greedy fuck?
Yes.
You greedy fuck?
I like healing.
Okay. You don't need more healing if you're already healing.
No, I need more.
You're full HP. What do you need more healing for?
Give me an overshield.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Should be.
Well, it ain't.
Isn't that one of the ruins that Riot's talking about putting in for the ruin
overshielding? Probably.
Overhealing, yeah.
I'd like that.
Can't wait.
Same.
Give me a Trundle meta.
Oh god, we get to see more Trundles coming out. I'm fine with this. I'll just play Darius. This'll be fine. Who would win level 1? Darius or Trundle? The bonus AD versus the bonus AD stealing.
Reduction.
Yeah, right?
That's...
It's AD stealing. DFM has been playing the same strategy for what feels like the past 17 minutes, like, to be honest here. Hey, is he actually just gonna try and dive him now?
Despite the Flubs team fight, they are still ahead.
Oh lord, Pez nearly tried to go. Oh wait, no, he does actually go back in. He's gonna go and try and dive in. Flashes it. Is able to get the grand challenge up. XD, my boy. Wait, nope, but now he might be getting collapsed on. But DFM should be able to go for a Baron play right here just because of Pez's endeavors.
They actually can't afford to chase him.
They can't, yeah, they can't. It's just like, oh fuck, we actually have to go right now. Oh, he's actually gonna be able to... He's dead now! Savage is gone!
Every part of this was terrible.
Oh my god! They do get Vivid, so I guess that's something. Triple taunt or double taunt comes out here. Damage is still going big. Ash Arrow hits Fior's riposte. Bullet time comes out.
She used it on a single target.
Yeah, feels bad, dude. Ooh, cool. Stun comes out by Steel.
And now it's just...
Now they run it down mid. God bless. Really good play out by DFM. Unfortunate set of circumstances here. I bet it was just like Pez like baiting him out. It's just like, alright guys, tell me when you want me to go in. Tell me when you want me to go and dive him. I want to dive him. Let me dive him. Like, not yet. We need to wait. Pez is like that dark, gritty person. It's just like, I just want to go and kill people. I don't know. I had someplace I wanted to go with that, but then I dropped it. I feel sad now. I feel unfulfilled.
Well, probably not as sad as unfulfilled as 7th Heaven are feeling right now. Having been completely outplayed in the macro sense on that whole thing.
Fucking Japanese casters are making jokes. We have to like do our own. Fuck.
Oh god, do we gotta be funny during this? That wasn't part of the job description.
You're fired.
Damn.
Going to be split pushing again, but now with Baron minions, so now it's going to be a little more difficult. Satori can't clear these. Wait, Satori can't clear these
just
minions
kill him
anymore.
again?
Yeah, he could just kill him now, and he can't actually like, clear these minions anymore because of the Baron buff. So now that he's going to be like so much weaker, and bottom lane is probably going to fall a lot faster, and he probably might just have to like give it up so that he can go and defend some other lane. But
Triforce Hydra Death Stance Fiora.
God bless. And he's got like a warrior's pot, like waiting. Or a bloodlust. What is that pot called again? Wrath? Elixir of Wrath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woe be it to he who has to fight that guy.
So he's just like, fuck it. Bye, guys. Okay, now he left the tower alone for 2 seconds, and the red buff Fiora is able to insta-burst the tower. Now, because they have to react down towards the bottom side, they're going to be able to get mid-tower for free as well. Like, everything is falling apart here for 7th Heaven. They need to, like, mount some sort of, like, actual offensive here. Oh! Savage goes in to try! He tried
for his efforts.
oh so hard. This institution. Oh. What's going on? And I say, hey, So when it rains, it pours, and now everything in 7th Heaven is falling apart. The strangle of DFM taking their jungle, pushing them in, getting vision of their jungle, split pushing bottom lane, it all finally pays off in one very patient move. Paz is going to go and try and pad his stats a little bit more here. Final team fight breaks out. Pez drops, Gragas falls, triple taunt comes out. Savage is trying to defend. They're able to get both towers here.
Just doesn't matter.
How many cannon minions are here? I feel like there's like 5 cannon minions.
4?
Oh, well, Baron minions.
One of
Barons
them's
run out.
One of them's banner empowered.
Oh god, I love that. One of the best feel. Oh, and that's DFM winning. Woo!
More mistakes on DFM's part this game. I think that plays more into it rather than 7th Heaven making any kind of big plays. They had a flubbed team fight in mid lane, and that was the biggest flaw we saw. Otherwise,
they were
DFM,
over ambitious. Let's call that.
Otherwise, DFM had 7th Heaven dancing to their tune the whole time, it feels like.
Absolutely. After they recognized that they could not dive, like they tried. There's only so many ways that you can go and you force down towers if you're Detonation Gaming, and they tried to force down mid lane by diving it, and they've got like a decent dive composition. Problem is that when the damage from 7th Heaven comes out and it's actually just too much for them to deal with, they have to find other avenues, because otherwise, if they keep going in to dive and dive and dive the same way over and over and over, then they're just going to be throwing their lead like the entire game. So they recognize that they need to change their strategy, and they flip it on a dime, and they go into full split push mode. They drag the Orianna in towards top lane with the Galio. They grab the Gragas in towards the bottom lane with the Fiora. Like, these are comparable people, like, because if you put the Orianna with the Fiora, Fiora's just going to go and die the Orianna because she's only got one hard CC move, and will just insta-die, and they'll lose things bottom lane. It was well played by Detonation Gaming to out-rotate them.
And end?
No, I didn't end yet. Just like what I do feel like it's a lot better by Detonation, or by what do you call it? Player of the map.
7th Heaven.
I vote Paz.
Yeah, Paz, with his constant pressure on the side lanes, is what enabled Detonation to make the plays that they wanted to play.
Yep. And then that absolute patience to never go in on the Gragas, even though you totally could go kill the Gragas, he held it off so that he could, like, wait for the perfect opportunity. Because
dragging their support in mid lane or bot as the rest of his team went towards Baron
is so huge. Like, do you know how patient you have to be in order to be like, yes, I can kill you right now, but I won't. It's not the time yet. I want you to suffer in the most crucial way possible. After I kill you, I want to take your tower. I want to take your inhibitor. I want to take your Baron. I will fuck your sister. Like,
the real talk, Paz would have gotten my MVP vote anyway, just for the Triforce Fiora.
XD. I thought he was just going to get MVP just for Fiora. Like, come on. Playing Fiora and not losing. That's what it takes to make you happy.
So
which Japanese caster do you want to be? Do you want to be the one on the left or the one on the right?
Well, the one on the left does have a really nice sweater vest.
He does have a
Or not
nice sweater vest. Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of the thick-rimmed glasses.
So you're just in it for the looks. So yeah, this is the play that we see come out by Pez. Going in and diving this
So,
while his team is...
Looks like he overcommitted.
It looks like
caught
it.
out. This is a free kill. This is a free kill for their bot lane.
Yeah, but then
But the
Paz
rest of the
says...
team just jumps right towards Baron. This is free. And Paz doesn't even finish his recall. He just starts teleporting in.
That's so good. It's just like, oh wait, guys, 2 of them are over here. We could start Baron. Oh guys, wait, look, their jungler's over here. We could just kill him and also start Baron. Cirrus does a good job tanking things out for a long while. Riposte comes out very well. Just very well executed macro play by DFM in both games, really. Because first game they were able to get a lead and they were able to abuse it very well. Whereas this game is that they sort of flubbed their lead and they had to find other avenues of doing it. And it was really good by them.
Well, first game was DFM mostly just steamrolling with a lead.
Yeah, they steamrolled with a lead and they didn't fuck it up.
This game, I was actually much more impressed with how they played around the map.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how they like flubbed it mid lane and then were able to like switch gears in and still like keep the pressure up. It's like double lane drifting. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else to talk about? Oh yeah, the bottom. Okay, so I think 7th Heaven, it's not so much as a singular lane lost because they played fine individually. I think they lost as a team.
Yeah, in the end, 7th Heaven needed to commit harder to the big map plays in order to make things work.
While they still had pressure in one side lane, when it wasn't a 1-3-1 and it was like a 4-1 split push, it was when it was a 4-1 split push, like they should have been able to go and aggress while it was still within their control, while the Galio and the Sejuani weren't massive mega tanks and they could still make these picks. But they weren't able to actually do that.
Was this the game with the terrible Rift Herald, or was that last game?
It was this game.
It was this game? Okay, like, stuff like that.
That was so bad, oh my god!
Like, I feel like there was a big breakdown of communication and what 7th Heaven wanted to get done.
Yeah.
And that got highlighted in that last play with Paz bot lane, where they wanted to go for him, then hesitated, then they wanted to go contest Baron, then hesitated, and they wound up losing everything.
Yeah. And
you can't pussyfoot around big map plays like that, especially later on, the later the game gets.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And even yeah, if they all like pile onto Baron to try and contest, maybe they still lose anyway, but it would have been the better decision than doing nothing.
They would have lost quickly with a chance of coming back rather than 100% chance of losing the slow.
I mean, because DFM already showed that they can fuck up a team fight.
Yeah.
And you still have an Orianna that hasn't been completely shut down. You have team fighting power.
Yeah. They had a very strong composition. They could have like shoved Detonation Gaming around in team fights however they wanted to with all their CC, and splitting up the team is a very real threat that they could have done, so that they could like focus down the front line and then move back in, or they could just kick the back line into the front line and then be able to just delete everybody at the same time. But they weren't actually able to do that because they were split up most of the time. They couldn't actually do anything because they were split up, and they like even if you send any one of the Wombo combo out to deal with Fiora, you still have you've got Bullet Time, Frosted Enchanted Arrow, Dragon Kick, and Shockwave. You've got all that you can still make plays with and still like be a threat.
Instead, instead, by the time they got to Baron, it was at third health. Is at like 1/3 health. Orianna uses her combo on the lone support, and they were unable to even come close to getting anything done there.
Did Orianna ever buy Leandri's Torment early?
I never. No, I'm pretty sure this was a Luden's Echo game.
Really? That seems so shitty. I feel like it would have been like a lot better to just go with the. Yeah. Okay. So he went Void Staff. But I feel like Leandri's Torment would have been a lot better, especially since there's an Ashe here. With Ashe, Misfortune, Lee Sin, Gragas, that's a lot of soft CC that you're going to be able to stack your Luden's Echo on, or not Luden's Echo, your Leandri's Torment onto. So even though if you don't have like a lot of slows in your kit already, you're still going to be getting like a lot of HP value out of the Leandri's Torment, especially against double tanks.
In my opinion, Leandri's Torment should be the standard, and Luden's Echo is the circumstantial one that you swap off.
They were getting rather pressured in for the lanes.
Like, oh, if I need to wave clear better, if I need the extra movement speed, if I need to make my shield stronger, then you get the Luden's Echo. But I feel like in most standard matchups, you actually want the Leandries.
Yeah, I think the reason why he went over for the Luden's Echo is because in mid lane, after they fucked up the dive, they recognized that the only reason why they were able to hang on to that tower for so long, like the only reason why they won that team fight is because of a series of events. Number one, he was able to wave clear so that DFM had to make a decision to dive. He forced them into diving because of the wave clear. Like, what can you do against a tower that you can't actually attack? You have to dive it so that you can stop them from wave clearing it out. And so I think, like, from that point of view, like, you say it's like, all right, we want to wave clear as much as possible. And, like, that would have been good. That would have been fine if they kept playing into that, but DFM completely flip it on their heads so that their wave clear actually doesn't mean as much as it could.
I just want to point out that Cirrus actually did wind up going a AP Bruisery build.
HP Bruiser, yeah, I'll accept that. AP Bruiser Galio. He still had like a lot of HP though. He was beefy.
He did.
Alright, that's it for the stream. That's it for the VOD here. Thank everybody for watching. I'm Alex VagueMan, and this is my beautiful partner, CountDarth. We will see you tomorrow.